In the heart of a forsaken forest stood an old manor, long abandoned but never quite empty. The townsfolk whispered of the place, speaking of shadows that danced in the windows and ghostly wails that cut through the midnight air. One curious young woman, Emily, driven by a thirst for the truth and the lure of the unknown, decided to explore the manor. As she crossed the threshold, an icy chill seeped in her bones, a warning perhaps, but she pressed on. Each step echoed in the hollow silence, her flashlight flickering as if on the verge of spluttering out. The walls were adorned with dusty, decrepit portraits, eyes that seemed to follow her every move. The deeper she ventured, the thicker the air became, tinged with the scent of decay and something far more sinister. In the dim light of the grand hall, she found an old, ornate mirror. As she drew closer, her reflection seemed odd, twisted. And then, without warning, it moved on its own. Emily gasped, stumbling back as her reflection grinned wickedly, eyes glowing with malevolent delight. Panic surged through her veins as the mirror image stepped out, a spectral twin that walked a step closer for every step she retreated. Desperate, she darted up the spiral staircase, the air growing heavier and her breaths more labored with every second. Shadows loomed and whispered her name, clawing at the edges of her sanity. At the top, she found herself in a bedroom, untouched by time, yet filled with an overwhelming dread. She turned to the door, but it slammed shut with a deafening bang. Suddenly, the temperature dropped further, her breath visible in the air. The once oppressive silence was broken by a low, terrible growl that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. Emily backed into the corner of the room, heart pounding as the spectral twin appeared once more, its grin widening impossibly as it reached out with translucent fingers. Just as the cold touch of the specter grazed her cheek, the world went black. The last thing she heard was her own voice, chillingly echoed by the doppelgänger. "Welcome to the Old Manor, Emily." And then there was nothing but silence, save for the echo of her own fading screams.